All right, Marlon. Now we will be talking about TAM, SAM, SOM for a brand called NIO in the premium EV sector in China. Are you ready?
Yes.
So what does TAM, SAM, SOM stand for?
Total addressable market, serviceable addressable market, and serviceable obtainable market.
Correct. And why do we use them?
We use time sum to estimate a company's revenue potential and how much it can realistically grow.
Correct. So starting with the TAM, give us a bit of a detailed definition.
TAM is the maximum revenue opportunity for a product or service across all markets without limits.
Correct. So what's the first thing we check when we are calculating TAM?
Always start with who is the customer.
Correct. And for the EV market, who are the customers then?
All customers who wants to buy all types of cars and trucks.
Okay, so what types of cars are we talking about here?
ICE, hybrid, and EVs.
Okay, what does I stand for?
Internal combustion engine.
Okay, engines that burn fuel like petrol to produce power, right?
Yes.
So how many cars were sold in 2024 in the world?
Let me check with AI. 84 million cars.
Cool, so what do we check next?
We need to find the average selling price of the products under TAM.
All right, so ASP. And what's the number for the TAM then?
Let me check. According to the internet, it is $28,300.
Okay, now that we have the quantity and the ASP, can you tell me the 2024 TAM as a revenue?
Of course, let me calculate. It is about $2.3 trillion.
Great. Now let's find out what is the CAGR when it comes to the EV sector TAM for 2023.
Let me check. According to the calculator, it is 16% CAGR,
What does CAGR mean?
compound annual growth rate. It means how fast something grows every year on average.
Correct. So based on the 16%, what would be the new TAM in 2034?
Let me calculate. It would be $10.3 trillion.
Okay, great. So do you think that the EV industry has a large untapped potential still ahead?
Yup, definitely. These growth numbers are excellent.
Excellent, Marlon. Now let's move to Sam. All right. Let's now move to defining the customers for Sam.
Some would be the people who can afford electric cars, especially premium ones. Usually 30 to 55-year-old tech savvy and living in big cities.
A very well described TA, thanks. So tell me in Sam, what type of cars do we need to focus on?
Only electric cars. EV stands for electric vehicle.
Could you please explain us why we're only looking at EVs?
Because we're looking at it from NIO's point of view, and NIO only sells EVs.
Cool, makes sense. So let's calculate the 2024 SAM, sold quantities of EVs, and its average selling price.
All right, let me check. In 2024, about 14 million EVs were sold, and 2.1 million of those were premium EVs.
Sure, but why are we checking the premium EV subsegment?
Because that's where NIO mainly competes. They have cheaper cars too, but we're not counting them here.
All right, now we need to look at the ASP. Tell me.
Let me take a look. As per ChatGPT, the average selling price for premium EVs is $45,000.
Okay, so why didn't you take the ASP of NIO instead?
Because NIO's prices are higher than most. Using only their price would make the market seem bigger than it is.
Bigger, how so?
NIO's cars cost about $5,000 more than average premium EVs.
All right, so what would be the 2024 SAM for premium EVs?
Give me a second. It's around $95 billion.
Not bad. So what would be the CAGR in the case of SAM?
Well, as per Gemini, it's about 25% growth every year.
Makes total sense. So what is the final number for the 2034 SAM based on a CAGR of 25%?
If we use CAGR calculator, it's around $890 billion by 2034.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for concluding the SAM. And we can now move to SOM.
So,
All right, let's move to SOM. First of all, what does SOM stand for and why do we use it, Marlon?
SOM stands for Serviceable Obtainable Market. It means how much money a company can realistically make based on their strength, competition, and how many customers it can win.
All right, so let's move to defining the customer for SOM then.
Same as some people who want to buy premium EVs and who can afford them.
So what kind of cars we're looking at here?
Same as some, only electric cars.
Cool. So tell us what was the 2024 quantities that NIO has sold only for their flagship brand, NIO.
Let me check with AI. It's 201,209 cars.
Cool. But why did you only take the NIO quantity?
Because SOM is only about NIO, where we're measuring their share in the market.
Sounds logical. Let's press forward, shall we? What is the ASP of NIO in this case? I believe you alluded to it earlier.
Yeah, it's around $50,000. That's $5,000 more than average premium EVs.
Wow, it's expensive. I can agree to that. So tell me the 2024 sum for NIO in this case.
Let me calculate. It's around $10 billion.
$10 billion. But the recorded revenue is showing 9 billion for 2024. Why the delta?
Could be because currency exchanges or discounts NIO gave both lower the actual money they make.
Good information, and I tend to agree with that. Let us then now calculate the 2034 sum. And to do that, let's understand the CAGR of NIO in the next 10 years. Can you help me with that?
Yeah. As per ChatGPT, it's expected to grow 25 to 30% per year. Let's use 25%.
Fair enough. So tell me now, what is the 2034 sum?
It would be around $93 billion.
$93 billion. All right. So with everything you just said, we can populate our sum table within the whiteboard. Great job, Marlon. Well done for completing the exercise for TAM, SAM, and SOM. Let's check the math a little bit, shall we?
Sure, why not? Let's go.
All right, Marlon, now that we have completed the TAM, SAM, SOM, we will look at the calculations behind this whole thing. Correlation between the numbers in terms of growth and contribution. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, the first question comes as, tell me the growth of 2034 TAM over 2024 TAM.
Okay.
There's 10 years apart. It should be a big number.
347.83%.
That is correct. And if you want to remove the decimals,
348%.
have you used -1 in the calculation?
Yes,
Why?
because it's a growth.
Correct. Okay, now tell me the contribution of SAM 2024 all EV quantities to 2024 TAM quantities.
16.67%.
Correct. Now, contribution. This was contribution. Did you use -1?
No.
Correct. Next question. Tell me now the contribution of, all right, 2024, this time premium EV SAM to 2024 TAM quantities. It's a bit of a tricky question, huh? It has premium EV.
The number is 2.5%.
Precisely. Now, tell me the growth of 2034 SAM over 2024 SAM revenue. Again, 10 years apart. The number should be large.
Yeah. 837.84%.
Okay, 836.84%. If you want to round it up,
837%.
that is correct. And if you noticed, this growth is much higher than the growth of TAM, which was 347%, because SAM is the innovative growing EV sector. The next question, tell me the contribution of NIO 2024 sales quantity over the 2024 SOM premium EV sales quantity. It's a bit of a tricky question again.
9.58%.
That is correct. That is correct. Now the next question is, tell me the contribution of, again, NIO 2024 sales quantity, but this time you're going to compare it to all EV sales quantity for SAM 2024. Numbers should be even smaller.
1.44%.
Wow, yes, quite tiny. Now, another contribution question, you're going to compare NIO 2024 sales quantity, but this time to the TAM with no limitations. TAM sales quantity 2024. Numbers should be even more like minuscule.
Okay. 0.24%.
Perfect. All right, let's move to the growth. So tell me the growth of 2034 SOM over 2024 SOM. Again, 10 years apart. Numbers should be large.
830%.
Correct. Now the contribution of 2024 SAM revenue over the 2024 TAM revenue. It's a contribution, be careful.
Okay. 4.13%.
4.13%. I am just double checking that number. Hold on. 2024 revenue over 2024 TAM revenue. Yeah, it's still quite tiny, surprisingly. Okay, tell me the contribution of now 2034 SAM over the 2034 TAM.
Okay. 8.64%.
it tells us that the SAM is supposed to accelerate way faster in the next 10 years, therefore doubling that contribution, right, versus the TAM. Excellent. Now tell me the contribution of 2024 NIO SOM revenue over the 2024 SAM revenue. If SAM was the whole pizza, how many slices NIO has, in other words?
10.53%.
Yes, good, 1/10 of the pizza. So next question, tell me the contribution of 2024 NIO SOM revenue, but this time over the 2024 TAM revenue. Numbers should be quite small when compared to TAM now.
It's 0.44%.
Precisely, sir. Moving to the next question. Tell me the contribution of 2034 NIO SOM revenue over the 2034 SAM revenue. This time we're looking 10 years ahead.
Yeah. 10.45%.
Okay, fair enough. And the last question from my end. Tell me the contribution of 2034 NIO SOM revenue over the 2034 TAM revenue.
0.90%.
That is correct. And finally, if we look at it, Marlon, information from my end, the market share of NIO in 2024, based on a $9 billion revenue, was 9.5%. And after 10 years, as per the estimation, NIO revenue reaches somewhat around 93 billion, and the market share becomes 10.5%. So it's not really accelerating as per these numbers. But who knows, right?
Yeah.
Impeccable work. Well done, Marlon. You educated all your peers in the topic of TAM, SAM, SOM, and CAGR in action. Thank you.
Thank you.